So today we're going to play Stranded, Alien Dawn. I can never remember the name of this game and I don't know why. Maybe it's not a bad name, but it's not one of my favorite names. And maybe it works, right? Because I'm always like, what is it called? Alien Dawn, Stranded Dawn, Aliens, Stranded, the Alien Dawn. But that's the game. That's the name of the game we're playing today. It's called Stranded Alien Dawn. You can see I can continue here, but we're going to create a new game. Scenarios: crash landing, random trade. We got this new military outpost. This is the new one that just came. A team of adventurers, scientists, soldiers is sent to a heavily infested planet where they must construct and defend a core communication relay. See, tower defense. So we're going to do crash landing. While en route to the outer worlds, the passenger ship Alien Dawn. Oh boy, that's the name of the ship, Jim, if you just would have read. Stranded. The ship's name is Alien Dawn. It should have been something fun like Nostromo. Stranded. Nostromo. No, that doesn't work either. Stranded. Titanic. The passenger ship Alien Dawn suffers a catastrophic hyperdrive malfunction and starts breaking apart in orbit of an unknown planet. Up to 4 passengers reach one of the emergency landing pods. This is the story of their survival. Their mission: find a way back to civilization. So crash landing, location. We don't want to be in the desert. We want to be in this pretty land. The moon. It's goddess of balance. It's tougher challenges. So like this is the easy moon, right? And then I logged in here today just to kind of look and make sure that this thing would run and that I remember what was going on, just so I wouldn't be just blindsided. But I'm torn. Remember, we played Oxygen, the Oxygen City Builder game on medium, and I hated every minute of it. So I'm tempted just to play it on easy because we're going to go right through it. And then, I don't know, this is the seed. And then under game rules, you can see that it says big family, you can increase. There's eternal bliss, which gives happiness to everybody. Peace first. This is what I do. Usually disable the aggressive animal attack. So if you're playing this game and you're just like, oh my God, stop it. You can play it in this. And I'm telling you, it is excellent. Random survivors, lost cause, overqualified. So these are just sort of like modifiers that change the game. Either, I think, probably just to make it more of a builder than like a fighter. So pretty much everything in there Drax likes. So I think this, honestly, we're going to play it as the default. The only thing I'm going to change is I'm just going to put it on easy. And easy is, it's not a huge jump, right? For players who want to have a relaxing experience, Drax raises his hand. And for players who are not very familiar with the survival management genre, I just like what... There's a little bit more scrap and there's a little bit more. You get 2 laser pistols. We're going to hit next. You pick 4 survivors. And this is the same way it is in RimWorld, right? But in RimWorld, you can kind of mix and match, and you can come in here and say, I want to move these around. Like, you make your own people, right? It's the same way with Oxygen Not Included. You make it your thing. All right. Shoots twice as fast with ranged weapons. I'm looking here at traits. Occasionally intimidates others and makes them feel uneasy. That sounds like someone you want to have around the old fort, right? So I picked him because he's like good at combat, good at construction. Like he's sort of like an all around dude. And I like that he makes everyone pissed off. So how do we, oh yeah, so we just double click. So I just remove whatever ones they pick. I'm just like, okay, I'll see you later. And so I think we're going to pick this guy. 25% chance to deal kill shots while hunting prey. Needs to relax twice as often, requires high variety of entertainment. I mean, dude, you're being stuck on an alien planet. Like, there's no Netflix, friend. This guy looks like a football player who used to play for me. Like, almost a dead ringer. Finds twice more scrap metal during scavenging. Gains happiness while killing or observing death. Okay, that's a little weird, but not a bad thing to have. He can't farm, but he's good at combat. So it's like 2 guys good at combat. I have a little bit of prior knowledge here. So I know there's some new people. 4x speed when crafting fabrics or leather, can't perform healing tasks. Like, she can't heal, but she's good at like crafting. Pretty good. I mean, we could just go through all of these and you're just like, ooh. I think I had this guy. Has occasional insights that boost the current research progress. Will not fight or hunt in any circumstance. That doesn't fly, right? Relaxes by writing short stories that inspire others when read. Seriously. Yeah, so she can't, her combat is 0, but that means she'll just pick it up faster. So she's a great farmer, which is big. Maybe I should have read like, give me the best ones, right? Increase the hit chance and critical hit chance of everyone within 50 meter range by 10%. Psh, you're in, lady. All right. There they are. Connor, Ember, Ken, Laura. Start. Here we go. I love the picture. He's got like a laptop. She's like making some potatoes and chicken. I also remember like this is like a total random thing. So you can drop in some place that's just awful. Oh no. All right, Ember's melting down. Yes, you can hit pause to pause the game. So we're just gonna take Ember's crying. I understand that. That was beautiful. Okay, excuse me. So there's some flying insects around here. I'm just like, we need a little flat space to build. We're on the side of a hill. Oh, I forgot, like, this is as far as we can go out too. Well, what do we think? And then there's a bunch of crash stuff down here. I don't know. These are insect nests. Yay. We have all this initial crap on us. Is this an insect nest too? This is an awful landing location. We need to be in this valley down here, I think. But that means they're gonna have to carry all this shit down there. Whatever we pull out of here. And there's a bunch of like random stuff laid about the ground that fell out. Emergency rations. Yay. Can we restart the map? Are you sure you want to restart the map? Oh, any unsaved progress will be lost? Yes. Let's see if it drops us in a different place. I think, if I remember right, like you can keep doing this until it gets like, either that or it's going to put us in the exact same spot. It's going to put us in the exact same space. So we have to like re-roll the seed. Ugh, man. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, this, I don't want to be stuck. I just feel like it's super tough. Wait a minute. Yeah, it did. It put us in the exact same spot. Like, re-rolled the seed, buddy. One more time. New game. We're putting this on easy. We're hitting next. Oh, Ken and Laura are already on there, huh? Ember was always crying when we land. Like, I would be hysterical. Like, if we crash landed, I'd be like, game over. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Oh God. Oh God. All right, I paused it again. Okay. This is some interesting blue rocks here, but it's a nice big open valley, right? There's a bunch of stuff like we need to, like without, like we need grain right off the bat. Without grain, like a total pain in the butt. Lots of rocks. All right, I'm just going to say this is home. We'll be able to tear this giant thing out of the ground as we do it. Okay, how do we... Oh, look at this little squash-like plant. That's cool. So it is RimWorld in terms of like you need to build a base and you need to like the bugs are going to start attacking. So you sort of have like a list of things that you need to get going, and you've got a pretty good supply of food. It'll last for a little while. At the top of the screen here, we can see we've got some scrap metal. We have 80 cooked meals. That'll last for a long time. We have first aid kits. We have no extra things. We've got a couple of laser pistols and no other items. And then if you click on plants, you can see this little observe. So once you observe a plant like this squash plant, then we'll be able to plant it and harvest it. And it's the same for trees too. Like everything on the planet, once we observe it, then we can actually start making it. We can kill these cool little beasts for food, which is big. So we want to set a base, and we want to get a place to lay down these little shelters. So it's your basic layout, and I know this game is very good and it flows very well, and I really like how it evolves, right? You start with nothing. So it's my kind of game in that front where you've just got 0 and you're outside, and it evolves to like, I've had huge bases with indoor camping, refrigerators and huge kitchens and big storage units. So let's you know me, I love the start of a game. Like so we're going to cut down a couple of trees. And we can do it 2 ways. You can click on the tree, or you can come in and say, hey, cut these things down, right? If we come in and say, hey, just let's cut these down too, right? And it'll tell you like 11. So we must have highlighted some rations here. So you can kind of go back and forth on what you want it to do. We want we want to cut those trees. So I've hit unpause. There's other shit hitting the ground, which is good for us because we need this scrap metal. Let's see. Connor is gonna get one of these pistols. And there's another pistol somewhere. Whoops, how do we find it? It's on the ground somewhere here. Laser pistol. But who is this like a badass with? Disputes harvesting twice. Finds twice as much scrap during. Gains happiness from killing. Okay, so Ken gets the other gun because he likes that sort of thing. All right. We're taking out the trees. Let's have someone scavenge. Take apart the landing pod, because there's a whole bunch of shit that's gonna pop out of there. There's the first aid kits, scrap metal. So we're gonna put this stuff. We're gonna put this stuff in a storage area. Just trying to figure out like where do we want to build? A lot of squash-like plants, blades of grass. That's big too. There's these little wheat pods that come in handy. I don't know about this. We need a nice flat area to build. Oh, look at these scary things. Flathead animals. This is another one of these games where I'm like wheeling the mouse like mad right now, trying to come out further. I don't know if it's just in the beginning of games. What we were playing, when we were playing Oxygen, the City Builder, I had the same problem. I wanted to go in closer and come out farther. And I just felt like I got used to it. And you can definitely get some detail here. That's great. I've paused the game, by the way. Look at Ken, he's cutting. Great graphics too. Maybe it's right here. I have to walk a little ways, but It's kind of defendable with this mountain. All right, so let us... Yeah, this is actually going to suck at first. This is probably... we're going to build a little storage guys here. And then... I had a layout for these. And then I think we can put a shelter over the top of them so it won't... But I think you can go back to back. So I think we can go like 1 and then we can go 2. And do you see how it became like... Hold on. Let's ditch that and let's do a stockpile like this because we need to be able to... It needs to be able to access... And I want it to be covered so stuff won't rot. Things rot, and if they're out in the open, like they break down much quicker. So you got to take that into consideration. Yeah, I think that's a good start. Storage. Let's do another, these two here, and then we'll do a little sleeping bags for these guys. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Whoops. Oh, Drax. Oh, Drax. And then we'll put... Yep. Let's cut some grass down. Let's cut some bushes down. So they're building this here, and then once these storage... Do your people age in this game? Yes, they do. And their age, like there's a couple of guys who are older and they move a little slower. But they have more wisdom, like in real life. And so everything kind of starts outside, and these shelters we're building out of the scrap metal we have, but honestly, like, we'll build them out of wood as we go along. We just don't have a lot of, well, we got 69 wood, but, and you can see they'll begin to bring stuff to the stockpile. So everything that's laying on the ground over here, they're going to drag all the way over here. And so like once we leave that behind and sort of make this our main area, then we can move around and bring stuff in. You can also tell these stockyards to just hold certain things. So that'll come in handy later when we want to just store bricks and stuff outside, and inside we want to store food and that sort of thing. What is this? Oops. Let's look at, so a large table, we need a large wooden table. So let's build a table. And the table is going to allow them to sit and eat, which is, they get really excited about sitting and eating. So to build multiples, I'm just holding the shift key. And you can see in the top left there, it says to place, press that button, to cancel, to rotate R and T, to press, right? To place multiple constructions, hold shift. So what I like about this game too is that it uses like the common controls that all of these games make. So it's not like you're reinventing the wheel or having to vintage story it where you've got to relearn how to run and squat with control and shift, right? A large drying rack, a small drying rack. I think we'll build a small drying rack for now. This is going to allow us to dry hides, to make leather, and dry basically beef when we start killing animals. So let's put one of those there. And then that's outside 42, but under a roof, right? Under a roof, the shelf life for sticks is indefinite. So this is why you want to put most everything. If you can get away with it, you should put this sort of stuff underneath a roof. Right now, I don't have to worry about it rotting. Let's put down a science desk made of wood, and I don't know where to put this. Maybe we'll do it. Yeah, I think we'll do it here. And then let's do another shelter this time out of sticks and hay. See how nice that looks? And we're gonna do it, we're gonna do 1 and 1. If you do them back to back like this, it makes a nice like thoroughfare. No research queued. Okay, take it easy, man. Hi, research, which I think can be brought from another button too. So let's pause it. Lightning strikes are real. You can see this lightning rod. It will start fires. It will hit people. It is a total pain in the butt. Oh, making a crude fabric out of hay is not an issue. Making a nice soft cloth that one could sleep on would require some research. All right, so weapon smithing is going to allow us to make another bow. We're doing all of this. It's just a matter of like, in what order do you do it? And they've changed this research tree. So let's do lightning rods first. And then I don't remember this, but we can make cloth out of like hay. That's pretty cool. The clothes part of this game too, like unless they've balanced a little bit, it's a pretty vicious, it's pretty vicious. Like you feel like, I feel like someone's always has to be making clothes because our clothes are like rotting off our bodies. We need to find metal alloys. So we need to do this because we can do ore into metal, which is going to allow us to like get power and like, you know, live the high life. Let's do this, and then let's close it and someone will start researching. Hurt, he's bleeding. He's probably fighting. The other thing I found too is that animals will fight, like this one here is dead because it fought with something else. And so what we can do is we can just go over there and snag the meat without having to do any kind of, it was probably fighting this insect. So we'll hit butcher on that one too. Right? And so Laura's just idle. So she's just Laura's not a butcher. Oh, manage tab, expeditions, research, activities. Ah, here it is. So just like in RimWorld, you can tell what people can do. And so for some reason, Laura is not much of a hunter. Tracking and killing animals, hunters tend to approach prey. Cutting down trees, she doesn't do. Scavenge, she doesn't do salvaging. She doesn't mine. She doesn't observe. Well, come on now. Like we need her to do some of this stuff. Everyone heals. I don't give a shit. Let's do scavenging too. All right. Yeah, everyone needs to harvest. I don't know. Like I always feel like I do a lot of this, and then as we begin to see how things work, we'll change it up a little bit, I guess. But we should like observe the basics so we can like grow sticks if we want. And this is how we're going to do hay. So let's have someone observe that also. Along with the grass too. And trees, like we have this. I've been in places where there's not enough trees. And so you're like, ugh, and you go find a tree and then you, oh, it's these guys too. These guys are mean birds. Lightning rod research complete. Hooray. All right. So so we can see under farming now we got grass and bushes. Under power we've got lightning rod. So if we put this lightning rod right here, should protect everything from getting hit by lightning. And I remember the last time I played this, I didn't build one right away, and like something caught on fire, or like it was not cool. Like build a lightning rod. Try. All right, so you can see now he's Connor's picked up what looks like 13 leather, and he's going to then whoa, why are they running? He's gonna stick it on this here. It'll dry out, and then we can make some leather out of it. And this animal probably had quite a bit of meat on it. So there's probably more sitting on the ground out here. This is not a bad location in terms of the amount of animals. Is that a puppy? Oh, you can get dogs now. And you can see now he's got 21 pieces of meat, which he'll do the same to. We need to build a kitchen. Hi, production. Cool. Cook stove? Yeah. Let's build a cook stove. Let's put it right here. And then let's build a workbench too. All right, so here's the cooking. And the cooking breaks down with like 3 recipe levels: quick recipes, tasty recipes, chef's recipes. And your person needs to have a cooking number to match. So this person is cooking 3, and I think Connor is our standout cook. Now, everybody can get better at skills, right? And that's another great thing, is that like over the course of the time, we can force Ken, who has cooking level 0, we can force Ken to cook and cook and cook until his level's good enough, and then he'll be a fine cook. To start, we're probably going to have Connor be our cook. But if we look at what we can make, well, we can make meat soup because we just had some meat, right? And it will give us a better output. We can also make quick rations, but we won't. We can't make, whoops. Hi, no, I didn't want to do that. What did I do? No. We can't make any of these because we don't have any of the ingredients, and I don't know that we have anybody who can make them, right? These are grains, meat pies, we need grains and shoe roots. So, and then chef's ones like fruit cake, like these ones are crazy. And like early game, there's just no chance you're going to be able to collect. You need to press to make oils and fats. So mostly it's quick recipes, right? And then you could say, hey, we want to do meat soup until we have, you could say, hey, forever. Anytime there's meat, make some meat soup. Or you could say, hey, make meat soup 10 times, or make meat soup until I have however many in stock, right? 1 meat forever. If we get vegetables, we can definitely do that too. Once we get them, we can do it. And then we can have it make that. So pretty much like you can set this up to do, say, hey, listen, whenever new stuff comes in, just come and cook it away and then store it close by. Acceptable items. Oh, so yeah, let's turn off raw meat, because to make the stew, they need raw meat. And what's happening here is that they're making it into smoked beef, which makes the beef last longer, but it also like stops us from being able to cook up meals. So we've already filled the storage. All right, we'll build some more storage here. And we'll do some more shelters. And this time we'll do them out of wood. And so we're going to back them up onto this thing. Oh, Drax. And then another one like that. And then we'll come in here for storage and say doop, doop, doop. And doop, doop, doop. So let's say we wanted to change this up. I think we can right click on it and say, hey, let's do tailoring first so we can get some leather. And you can see now some more stuff is unlocking. Oil extraction, antibiotic production, pickling. Yes, this game has pickling. Spaceship construction, I think. So let's do tailoring, hay cloth, weaponsmith, and wood fortification seems like something fun. But let's see how that plays out. I wonder if we shouldn't, just in the meantime, put in some wooden storage for some food right here. What's our wood? 32. Time to chop down another tree. And then once this is constructed, we can tell it, hey, let's put raw food. Oh, so let's get rid of everything, right? And all we want to do is put cooked food and raw food on these things right next to where we're cooking it. That way they don't have to walk all the way over here to pick up whatever, and it's quicker. And then then what we can do is once this is built, we'll tell all of this to say, hey, listen, don't store food here at all. Now we can come in here and say, see how I've highlighted it all? We can say, hey, let's get rid of the raw food and the cooked meats. And then that should move, or cooked meals, sorry. that should move anything over to closer. And then on this side, we'll do the same thing. Raw food and cooked. Let's store them on these here. And now we can see like under a roof on the storage. It'll last 4 days. It'll also make it easier for them to, like I said, we're a lot of this too is like try not to have your people walking all over the stranded deep Dawn's Earth to get shit, right? All right, so this works just like everything else. You can tell it what to do. So it's saying, hey, it's going to take scrap metal and it's going to turn it into unfinished alloy. It's going to do it one time. And that's just something that it puts in once it builds the unit. We can come in here and change this and say, hey, listen, let's do scrap metal until we have 50. I don't know if that's, let's see how that plays. Maybe should we see what happens when we hunt? Hunter without ranged weapon. All right, cool. Let's look at that. Activities. So the only person who doesn't have a weapon is Laura. So I guess Laura, you're not a hunter. See you later. All right, here we go. Remember Ken likes to see when things bleed. Weirdo. Well, he's not bad. Don't run. That rain is something fierce. So having an energy weapon early on like this is great because usually it's just a bow and arrow, but you can also see like this thing's leading us to the other side of the world here. So it like really is like RimWorld, right? Like this is normally like RimWorld, except for the animal probably would have turned and tried to kill us. Now he'll get experience for that. Oh, did you see that? Observed death, happiness. Whereas this is like, so under this little happiness thing, you can see where they are. Observed death plus 18. Ken, we gotta have a talk, dude. We need some leisure. Ooh, we need some leisure activities. So let's build a dartboard so they can play darts. We'll put it right there. And then the punching pole, yes, it's a pole where they just walk up and punch it. We'll put it right there. But these things are like, do not, in the early game, I can't stress it enough, race towards these leisure activities. Get yourself some leather and get them going, because if they fall into unhappiness, if we look at the happiness meter, like we've got a pretty good boost because we've got survivor's determination for 2 more days. But if this number gets down, it gets really hard to dig them out of that. Like you can see Connor, 65 unhappiness, right? Moderate pain. He ate raw food. It's dark. He's drowsy. But like this is all pulling. Once this survival one falls off, it's going to get tough. So now you can force them into, see, construction punching pole. Ken's going to play darts. And this will be a big plus for him. Yeah, plus 18. So set up a punching bag and look, here's Connor. Connor's punching away. He's feeling great about it. Yeah, plus 18. So it doesn't seem like a lot, but it will slowly, giving them something to do will slowly get them out of their like miserable life. Think about if all you did was work, how much fun you would be at parties. Should we do a little farming? You can see on the ground here, like 100% growth, 80% growth. It's actually not a bad place. So of course you want to plant where there's 100%. I don't know. Let's just, for fun. Oh, I canceled. I didn't like it. So can we, let's do, going the other way, it doesn't like it. It's 100% growth. Let's just build a small little one right here, just so you can see what it looks like. And then he's dropped these on the ground. And then let's go Yeah, let's do 100% growth. Is it going to be... So maybe we just buttress it up along here. Maybe do something like that. There was like some blueberry plants or something, right? I think these are berry plants. Let's send someone up here to look at them. I would like to do something. Yeah, Ken can go up there and check them out. And then if the other thing is like, you find stuff that's far away, then you can go in and then grow them closer to home, right? I played the last time I played, I think I talked about it, I couldn't find grain cob anywhere. And I was looking all over the place. I finally found one stock, and I had to send a person halfway across the map to observe it so that I could bring it back and start growing it. Insufficient storage space. Do this. Let's build some more shelter space, I guess, right? Shift and then come here and we'll do this. Insufficient. Let's come in here and say harvest all of this. Wait, I'll just do this. Cut. And then let's expand on this. Oh, we can do storage, shelves, wood, and then we want the arrow to go that way, and then we'll just, right? And then just like in, oh, I should have left a gap there. All right, just like in RimWorld, you can come in here and say, hey, let's copy the restrictions on this one, and then we're gonna paste them onto what we've built new so that they'll store the food there. How are we doing on wood? Looks like we need another tree down. So we can say, hey, copy these. And I think we can select. Probably not him, but wooden storage shelves. Oh, let's hold on. Paste. Paste. I want to select them all. Paste restrictions. Now that should say, yeah, there we go. Cool. That should solve our storage problem for the short term, but it seems like until you get a serious storage room, like I'm always kind of fighting the storage problem. I feel like I want to sort out their sleeping thing because if we look at the disturbed sleep is the only negative right now. All right. Let's see if we can do this. We'll do the next couple ones on the cheap. Wait, do these not? Oh, so it's like, let's do this one here and let's leave a gap so they can walk through, and that one there. And then I think we can move that to here, and we can move this to here, and we can take this one and we'll move it like all the way down here, and this should stop them, I think, from waking each other up when they come to bed at night. Hi, my name is Hante. I believe we met on the ship. I don't recognize you from the ship. My escape pod crashed badly and everyone died. I fended off my own the best I could, but my rations ran out quickly and I started losing hope. I was walking in the wild for days after seeing smoke from this direction. Okay, who put the smoke up? Which one of you? I walked in the wild. Okay, all right. Please let me stay with you. Of course you're welcome to stay. We'd love another mouth to feed. Oh, okay, here comes... All right, good. Yes. Here comes the first of the aggressive animals. So as you can see, it went easy on us and it gave us 14 to start. So they'll just be over here hanging out and then they're gonna come at us. And so what we could do is, I just paused it. Somewhere in here I saw, oh, under defense, we could have built traps in hopes that they'll run into them. let's, oh, that's right. You can make them in lines. I probably should have been doing this all along. What? I'm a lover, not a fighter. There's no way they're going to construct these before these guys start to march, but we will build these traps. What we'll do is we'll build walls, and then there'll be traps outside, and everyone's sleeping, so these won't get built. So we should just say no. And these traps really, just like in RimWorld, literally just like in RimWorld, you put the traps outside and it slows them and kills them and hurts them. Like the traps will do a lot of the damage and killing before they actually get to you. But I think that these guys will turn and rush us. Yeah, here they come. So it changes the speed to the slowest speed, which is super annoying. And just like in RimWorld, we'll wake these guys up and we'll move them. Only the ones with guns. And here they come. And it looks like they're gonna come through here. So we'll actually try to well, hey Connor, don't by yourself, buddy. They got ranged weapons, so they should start firing by themselves. Oh, and these guys are easy. Look at these one shots. Now the good thing about the animal attacks is that this is all food. It's literally every time there's an animal attack, they're bringing food to our front door. The bad news is that like it gets hard fast. So, but see, not too bad. And got rid of them all. And then you just say, we're going to highlight all three guys, undraft. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, we're going to highlight these bugs. We can see there's 14. We're going to say butcher. And now they'll come and they'll pick up all the insect parts. They'll take all of the meat and we'll be set. That's the beginning of the game. Set up a camp, get it going. And then once you've got your first bug attack, it becomes clear that you need to start putting some defenses down. And we're going to do some traps. We're going to do some walls. So this is a good start. We've got some food. We've got some crops. We've got the basics running. We've lived through our first attack. We picked up an extra guy, which is huge. And so if I were going to, if this is just a good solid start. Find a good place to settle, start building some buildings, get some stockpiles going, and get the research running, right? And remember what I said about entertainment. Dartboards, a punching pole, shooting targets. They need something to do other than just walk around. And there's some cool stuff that's coming for entertainment. They can read books and they can play music. They can dance. So it's quite fun. It's quite fun. It's a fantastic game. The video's over. Now it's time for you to do your part. Follow, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.